They have been since the dawn in the age when Jesus lived. The sick are falling fast, our lives we're trying to grasp, and some wait too long to change. And naked we came from our mother's womb. Here naked we shall leave. The Lord gives, the Lord taketh away. In the name of the Lord we pray. When will we ever learn? Oh, maybe never. And when will we see His light? Some of us never. I lift my soul, and in this world, please take control before I rust and turn to dust, before I'm crushed from this world's rust. 'Cause naked we came from our mother's womb. Here naked we shall leave. The Lord gives, the Lord taketh away. In the name of the Lord, oh, we pray. In the name of the Lord we pray. In the name of the Lord we pray.
My fellow Americans, our First Lady and the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Stand for an American president who is fearless and who loves this country, and we'll fight for her.
This is the most important election, but I'll say it differently. There is violence here in the streets, and I've done more in 3 years than Joe in 47 years. Joe Biden's agenda is made in China. Joe Biden is weak and made in China. How can the Democrat Party ask to lead our country when it spends so much time tearing down our country?
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
Donald J. Trump. Loves this country, and we'll fight for her.
Like those brave Americans before us, we'll defend the American way of life from Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Our nation and the entire planet has been struck by a new invisible enemy. COVID-19! Under Operation Warp Speed, we will have a safe and effective vaccine, and together we will crush the virus.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
Donald J. Trump loves this country. And we'll fight for her.
I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
Cobra Commander here on Me, Myself, and I. As you wait patiently for this magnificent show to begin, your orders are as followed. You must share this show. The more people know about Me, Myself, and I, the more we will be able to control the masses. Share this show with your friends. Share this show with your family. Share this show with your obnoxious, distasteful, repugnant, disgusting, cowardly enemies. Don't be a fool. Share this show immediately. We will conquer those likes and views. This is your duty. This is your allegiance. This is your show. Cobra!
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix of Funny. Broadcasting on radio in Fort Bragg, 107.7 FM, KNYO. Grab a mimosa, take your pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man who makes you tingle in your special place. I was talking about your heart. He's wrong, but he's so right. He's brilliant, he's insightful, but also at times he's got the intelligence of a cup of dirt. Here we go, it's the Me, Myself, and I show, starring Mike Bencard!
Welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I am Mike Betancourt, episode 122. Yes, we have a very exciting show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to know, if you're watching right now, can you see this edit shortcut? If you can, I apologize. It's on my screen right now. It's popping up right now. There's nothing I can do. If you see it, I'm sorry. I will edit it out later. Show me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you can. If not, no worries. It's all right. We'll just deal with it. It'll just bug the crap out of me throughout the whole show. But it's okay. It's not a big deal because we have a very, very, very exciting show today. I have an awesome guest today. You've seen him on Amazon Prime's Laugh After Dark. He's in charge of the Deaf Puppies. And he's also a co-host on the JMO podcast. He is Saul Trujillo, and he drove all the way from Los Angeles to here. He's here. He's in the green room chilling, and that's about it. And then we're just going to move on. He's resting right now. He drove all the way from here. So anybody else, thank you. Everyone else, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And you're probably looking at my sign right now, WWWD. Well, I'm going to get it out the way. I want to be sentimental right off the bat. It's WWWD means what would Wakanda do? Now, I know we all lost a great actor, Chadwick Boseman, in Black Panther, and I'm not going to be sad, and I'm not going to make fun of him because there's two things you can't make fun of now. You can't make fun of Kobe, and you can't make fun of Black Panther. That's just the rules. I don't make up the rules, but I don't want to make fun of them, and there's no need to because I don't want to go to hell. Anyways, I've learned a lot of this past couple of days. It was so sudden to all of us. I'm sure you were touched by it one way or another. You're like, wow, he died. And then you found out that he was fighting cancer during this whole time. And it really came to blows when we told my oldest daughter about it. And she just balled up into tears and started crying. And I realized, I'm like, why are you crying? He's an actor. But then I realized he was more than an actor. He was fighting cancer for 4 years. And he was a hero to kids. Usually we lose. This is what happens in 2020. Adults were so used to losing all of our heroes around this time, but we don't realize the innocence of what happened with children when they lost their heroes right in front of them during this time, 2020. So I learned a lot with Chadwick and Black Panther and everything, because he made a statement, and the statement is, what would Wakanda do? Wakanda forever. To me, that means if you are in a time of struggle, if you are in heartache, you just say, what would Wakanda do? And that will get you through it. That will get you through this hard time. 2020 is almost over. So let's just WWWD it. You know, what will Wakanda do? We'll be strong. And I turn off the microphone, turn it back on. See, look, I made a mistake, but guess what? What will Wakanda do? I just bring it back up. And if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, the loss of Black Panther and and everything that he's done for us and how strong of a person he is, it's going to make all of us strong human beings. And it has eliminated all of GoFundMe. Like, what are you talking about, Mike? How is it eliminating all of GoFundMe? Well, anybody that wants funding for their films, they're not going to get it through GoFundMe because everyone's going to say, what would Wakanda do? Wakanda is not going to ask for money. He's going to go out there and get it. So no more GoFundMe ever again, people. Oh my God, I'm getting comments. So someone already says, agreed. Mickey, yes, agreed. Thank you very much. We also have Mr. Elias. Hello, Elias. Thank you for being here, buddy. Wakanda forever. First time on the show, man. Glad you're here, dude. Thank you. And then Hunter Hill just said, are you using eyeliner in your beard? Asking for Ferris. Do you guys feel how awkward that feels? Yeah, I'm just going to roll on through with that. Oh, my God. But we got a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just keep moving forward. I know life sucks. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. But we got to keep fighting forward because, you know what? If you haven't been watching this show recently, you should, because there has been a celebrity feud, an impression celebrity feud. Lately, I've been posting clips of Nick Nolte. He has a podcast here on my show called Nick's Fury with Nick Nolte. And Nick Nolte, he started having a couple episodes, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Hank Hill said something about Nick Nolte. And then last week, Nick Nolte said something about Hank Hill. And now, what you're about to listen to, Hank Hill's rebuttal, because Nick Nolte last week, if you go to last week and check out last week's schedule, guess what he said? He said, Nick Nolte said, Hank Hill, you can go yourself. I mean, you're going to tell Hank Hill that? The American of all Americans? So here's Hank Hill's rebuttal of what Nick Nolte said.
Now, I'm not going to stoop to Nick Nolte's level and curse him out. No, sir. I have more respect for myself and my family to be that brash. Nick Nolte needs a lesson in manners. I don't know who raised him, but they did not do a good job. I look at Nick Nolte with pain and disgust. One time, Bobby came home from school and asked me if I will ever end up like Nick Nolte. I looked at my son straight in the eyes and I said, I respect myself, my family, and my country. And Bobby, just like a full canister of propane to a lighter, I will always be the fire that ignites this great nation. I'm Hank Hill. I love you, America.
Ding! Hank Hill talking smack about Nick Nolte. What is Nick Nolte going to say next week? We don't know. My figment of my imagination of impressions are running wild because that's what happens when you've been quarantined for 6 months. Anyways, let's move it along. Let's get this show going right away. Hold on, we got some more comments. Elias says, I love your show. I've seen it almost all. Dude, this is your first time actually on the show recording live. So thank you for being here for the first time recording live. So before I bring up Saul Trujillo, I'm going to show you a clip of his, and then we're going to go from there. I'm so happy to have Saul here. It's a great friend of mine. He drove a long way. He's exhausted. He's like, Mike, let's get the show rolling because I'm tired and I need to sleep. So I love you, Mike, but not that much. Don't worry. We'll bring him up. We'll bring him up. So anyways, Saul Trujillo is coming. What the? Saul?
My name is not Saul Trujillo. Do I look like a Mexican to you? This is Gerhard Jerry McCutcheon outside Escanaba, Michigan. God's country, northern Michigan, the UP. Real America. I got a bone to pick with you in your little pod cart, Mr. Mike Betancourt. I overheard my nephew listen to your show the other day, and I did not like you disparaging our beloved president, Mr. Donald J. Trump. You made my blood boil like a pot of elk lard. Don't you forget for one second, this man does not take a red cent, no salary. He doesn't need your left-wing grief. He's worth billions of dollars. I dare say his golden toilet Satan Trump Tower is worth more than that overpriced, rat-infested, earthquake-damaged condominium you're probably living in, that godforsaken California with a dozen of your illegal relatives from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, part of America? If Puerto Ricans were real Americans, they would all speak English and know how to skin a possum. The day of reckoning is coming soon, my friend. Come November 4th, real Americans are taking out the garbage. Sleepy Joe done. Fancy Nancy sneak into the salon, canceled. Slimeball Schumer,
Hold on. If you're talking that much smack, why don't you just show your face like a real man?
You know what? That ain't important.
Anyways, let's bring up our next comic on the way. I feel like I'm doing stand-up comedy. Our next comic. I'm not going to bring him back. Should I bring him back? You got something to say? Go ahead. Say something else.
Yeah, I got.
Anyways, back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you're in charge of StreamYard. You can do whatever you want. Go ahead. Say something. Show your face and say something. Go ahead.
You just mess with me now, you little troublemaking, left-wing, George Soros, ass-kissing, swamp-loving, fake news reading, deep state.
All right. Well, I'm sure that dude's going to come back soon. And when he does, we'll be prepared for him. Anyways, before I bring up Saul, let's watch a little clip of Saul Trujillo's comedy.
I live in my car in West Hollywood, and yeah, it gets quiet real quick. 10 years ago, people were like, look at you, huh? Follow your dream. 2019 is like an epidemic. Like, you fucking move home, all right? Bad, all right? And I hate living in my car, man. I hate sleeping the same way retired people relax, just like a vampire in the fucking sunset. It's the worst. You know what that means? Because I'm a good person. That means no more masturbating. You live in your car? You live in your car, no more masturbating, all right? You recognize that is a luxury, that if you have a home to go to, right? Because you're following your dreams, you know? And there's a fine line. There's a fine line between dreamer and homeless guy jerking off in his car in a park. There's a fucking cop tapping on my window. He's all fogged up. He's like, hey, what are you doing in there? And I got my dick in my hand. I go, I'm trying to be somebody. He doesn't want to hear that. I didn't mean to jerk off towards you, my friend. That was yeah, he took it out. That's gross. Thank you. Good character. I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Everybody that's watching, are you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a little announcement for him to bring him up. All right. You've seen him on Amazon Prime's Laugh After Dark. He is one of the co-founding members of the Deaf Puppies, and he's a co-host of the JMO podcast. Please welcome to the MMI podcast, me, myself, and I. Here he is, Saul Trujillo.
Hey, can you hear me?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm exhausted, but I'm happy to be here, dude.
Dude, you sound exhausted, and I'm so glad that you're here, though.
Thank you. It was just great. I'm glad being a last minute replay. No, just kidding. I was booked a month from now, but you know what, Mike? I'm having fun.
I'm glad you're here, man. You know, I wanted to switch around. Oh, dude, this 5-second delay is really throwing me off. I can hear myself. It's really throwing me off. But I'll be a professional. I got this. How you been, man?
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Yeah? You were coming from LA?
Yeah, I was working my day job because right now Los Angeles is comedy free unless it's underground. But you know,
What's your day job?
I work at a coffee shop in Silver Lake, hipster country.
Okay. So what do you do there?
I'm a bagel sandwich maker, dude. That's what I do.
Nice.
I make bagel sandwiches and put avocados on bagels. Just make New Yorkers really upset. And but it is what it is.
How long you been there?
I've been there for about a year since I've been in Los Angeles about a year. So I've had the job.
Nice.
Yeah, about a year.
Nice. And you've been doing what? Comedy, 7 years now?
No,
8
man.
years?
November I'm hitting 10 in November.
10.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
it.
Big
The
1-0.
dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, that's awesome, dude. I can't believe that. I've known you for 10 years, dude.
Yeah, I remember you've been. I don't know. It was like you think you said 7 when I started, but I remember you being just a headliner when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now look at you, man.
Yeah, in LA. That's the only difference. Yeah, that's just
But you're doing underground shows though in Los Angeles, though, right?
Yeah, man. I'm doing a lot of rooftop shows, a lot of Los Angeles apartment building shows, but they're fun.
How's it feel just to be just doing stand up with everybody?
It feels good. It feels I mean, like it's something that I need to keep some sense of normalcy, man.
Yeah.
I did kind of break the are you doing the Zoom shows at all?
No, just doing this podcast and just working on my comedy here, and that's about it.
Those have actually been helpful to me because if you get the mechanics of writing jokes, I mean, they can translate to live. So that I've been keeping myself good with those too.
Keeps you sharp with it.
Yeah. I mean, I call it the vape of comedy because it's not the real thing, but it's something.
That's good.
Yeah.
But dude, when I saw you, I remember. I can't believe 10 years, man. I think I saw you and Nick. Laughs Unlimited.
That's the home club.
At an open mic.
Yeah.
And
that's where I started.
I just knew you guys were funny from the get-go.
Dude, you're the one guy who's given me, I think, the most, 2 instances that I will always have in my brain memory of advice is the first weekend I ever worked at Laughs Unlimited. I did it in basketball shorts. And then you were like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, I was supposed to come in pants. And you're like, yeah, pants. This is a professional show. You're not a pickup game. And I was like, oh.
But man, I could have been for the rest of the comics and not say shit and just talk shit.
No, it was great. It was great. And then the Winnemucca story where you told me not to go.
I have that on the note. I was gonna get to that, but go ahead. Let's go. Go ahead. Get to the Winnemucca story right now.
Well, there's a specific local headliner in the 916-209 area that, I mean, he is what he is. You told me specifically based on his past and stories that you've seen to not work with him on this Tribble Run gig, which is in Winnemucca, Nevada at the Fine Winners Casino. I can't find
it. That's where meth grows. It doesn't die there. Meth literally grows there.
Yeah, 100%. There's trees all across.
Trees? No, it's so funny. Winnemucca is such a down, dirty, grungy place, and the only thing that has color in it is the lawn in the cemetery.
Yeah, there's nothing but there's just a row of gas stations, and then 2 bars, the saddest casinos ever, and a Taco Time, which is I don't even know what that is. Apparently it's a chain.
Yeah.
But you told me not to go.
No, I didn't tell you. I begged you. I begged you. I'm the type of guy. If I see someone about to walk off a cliff, at least let them know, dude, you're about to walk off a cliff, man. Just letting you know.
Instead of taking your advice, I walked off the cliff with sunglasses on, man. I was
You're like,
let's go.
Screw that.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go learn. Let's go put our fingers in an electrical socket.
You told me the headliner's name, and I was like, don't go.
100%. It's the only time anyone's ever like, no. Why are you doing this?
And the cool thing is, like, Mike, I'm a professional. I don't want to live Tribble down. Like, dude, Tribble will always book you. Come up with some excuse, whatever it is, but don't go. And I talked to you for like 10 minutes.
But see, what you didn't know is that I still had a horrible gambling addiction. So any gig at casino, I was taking so that I could spend my check fucking gambling and being a degenerate.
That's hilarious. But the best part was at 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a text from you and said, I should have listened to you, Mike.
Let me see. I think I was on a Greyhound coming back from winning a book. I didn't come on a Greyhound, everyone. I came with the headliner and a Tinder date that he brought, that he just met. And we went to Winnemucca, and I came back in a Greyhound by myself. Good times.
Well, do you want to just talk about a little bit more why you got on the Greyhound?
Well, because I thought he left us. Because what unaware to me, and I mean to you either, his family his mother hit me up after the whole incident. He's apparently schizophrenic and bipolar, and he's not taking his medication, and he was drinking. So unbeknownst to me,
qualification for a stand-up comic, by the way.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to me that he was drinking, he brought a Tinder date that I didn't know about. That she was like, yeah, let's go to Winnemucca, Nevada. She was 21. This dude's like 48, and we drive there, and he has no money, which is a red flag. But I'm just like, I have some money, and so I put gas. I gas the car up. And I give him money to buy alcohol.
Wait, the middle act bought gas?
Yeah. I bought gas, and I loaned him $40 for booze. I didn't know he was.
Oh man,
you know
great
what?
comic. Just the Winners Casino, the Triple Gig, the one and only Drake, the one and only.
So we get to the gig. It's winners. You know, there's no stage. It's packed, but it's packed full of people that probably don't like me, but they're like, oh, he's funny. So I do my set, 30 minutes of an okay set. Cribble gigs are hell gigs, but they make you strong. So then he goes up. So he goes up after me. He does 2 minutes. He does 2 minutes of material, and then he goes to his notebook. He looks in his notebook. He's like, I'll get something. And then he goes, you know what? I'm not doing this tonight. I just not feeling it. Then he walks off stage, and then the talent manager / host, is this slick black dude named Herb. You know Herb. He's tight.
Yeah. What's up, man?
He does 7 minutes of giving out drinks, singing, and then he talks shit on the headliner for like 3 minutes. And then people started, bring out the fat guy again. And they started chatting.
That's fucked up. They didn't even know your name.
Well, it's a hard name for them to pronounce. So whatever.
I get. Yeah, especially when bring out Shural.
Yeah. Bring out cereal. Bring out cereal.
Bring out that cereal, big guy.
Yeah.
Bring him out.
Bring out the Michelin man. So I go back up. I do maybe 15 minutes tops of like, I'm getting into like, but I do 45 technically of different material. So what happens is the Herb slips me another $100 for
as you should, because you picked up the show. That's why.
I get on the phone with Dave Tribble. He's like, hey, what happened? I was like, I explained to him all what happened, that he didn't do his time, and then he just walked off. And he was like, all right, well, you're bumped to your headliner there now. So I get the headline Winnemucca, which is probably not a good idea. And the muck. And he was like, just keep him under control. Cause he knows, I guess the guy has a reputation that I don't know of. and I could not keep him I could not keep him under control. He got fucked up after the show, just drunk. He got so drunk, and then he apparently got kind of sexually assaulted his tin. Like he tried to like force, and she fought him off. And
folks, if you want to know I want to cut you off right there, Sal, because this is going to help you out. If you want to know more about this story, go to the JMO podcast, full detail, like an hour-long episode. And it's a great episode.
Recordings and everything.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's a great episode. I don't want you to repeat it, but it's so much. Oh my god, so good. But what was his nickname?
Oh my God, One Slice.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's something that old headliners and old comics who came up with him or have gone on the road with him, they call him that. I think Shane Biscuits Murphy. Remember Shane Dog?
Yeah.
He knows One Slice really well. He used to go on the road with Jason Wrestler. Great comics. But they probably would have been like, why'd you go to Winnemucca with him? So why didn't you listen to Mike?
Do you know why they? I know why they call him One Slice.
Why do they call him One Slice?
Hold on, Drake comic One Slice. Why? You know why? I'll tell you why. Hold on, Drake. Can you hear me? Can you hear Echo? Drake.
Answer him, Drake, or he'll have. Come on.
Type fast, Drake. Can anybody hear an echo right now? Yes, echo. Okay. There's something wrong on your side, dude.
Okay, well, I'm in a giant room. Do you want me to just take the mic off, or
hold on? How about now? Is that better? There is an echo.
I think.
Okay. Hold on, folks.
I could take the mic off and just use the phone. The phone's mic.
Can anybody hear it? Shoot. Hold on. Why don't and Saul use the story? Jump full screen.
Where are we at? Is it on my side? Okay, so where are we at here? Oh yeah, he got rapey in the room. It wasn't cool. He got very drunk. He's schizophrenic. All unbeknownst to me, he assaults the lady, and what ends up happening is he leaves. But I get a text from him when I go back to my room. He's like, I had to leave. I told her that I loved her, and she didn't say it back. He said that to a Tinder date that he brought to a comedy gig with that he's met the first time, and he's 20 years older than. So as soon as she told me that, like, because she confirmed that he just freaked out after she didn't say I love you back, that I was like, oh, he's sick. And he should not be drinking. But also in the text, he said, I'm leaving. I gotta go home. And I said, please don't leave me and your Tinder date here. That's not cool. You can't just leave us in Nevada in Winnemucca. What's up, Mike?
Okay, I'm back. Oh, you know what? Someone said something. Saul needs to mute his laptop or put his headphones on.
Okay. I have headphones on. I don't know how to mute my laptop. It's a Galaxy S. You know what I can do is just get off, because I'm on two mics. Maybe it's hitting both mics. Should I just get on my phone mic?
Sure. Let's try that.
Okay.
We'll take a little bit break. Thank you, guys. We'll wait for Saul to get live. This is live. This is what happens. And this is great because I have an awesome audience because you guys are helping us out. So while we're waiting on Saul to get mic'd back up, what do you guys want to talk about until then? Huh? Let's see all the comments. Anybody else have anything to say? Carrie says, we are traveling. We missed out some shows. We will catch up. And yes, you need to catch up. Watch some awesome shows. We got some shows coming up. Let's see. Hold on.
Mike, is this worse? Is this better? Because it's not two mics. Maybe because there was two mics on.
How about, let me see. Yes, no echo. Okay.
Yeah, it might have been the phone mic and then the actual mic on at the same time. My bad, dude.
Man, that was throwing me off for a minute. I was like, hello. Hey, everybody, buddy. What's going on? No.
I'm not on my setup. I usually do my Zoom shows just like this, but I was like, I'm going to go get fancy with it. I'm going to get a mic and put it, The mullet clearly states that I do not know technology. Okay.
No, here's the thing though. With that, it doesn't matter with that. It's the professionalism that I just kept plowing through until I went nuts. And I was like, you know what, dude, I give up. I can't do it. Can you guys?
You did. You should have told me a long time ago. Like, hey, what the f? It could have been
Elias
that.
says first time caller, but long time listener. Damn right. Thank you, Elias. Okay, so now since we don't have an echo, do you want to know why they call this gentleman One Slice?
Why do they call him One Slice?
Okay. Does everybody want to know why they call this guy One Slice? Everybody? Okay. The reason why they call this guy One Slice, because number one, this guy has a horrible reputation. He was very abusive to women. I mean, there's police files reported on him numerous times. So this is not a new thing. He once went to a girl during the show, just went off on her, screaming at her, calling her the C word, the B word on stage, doing comedy. And, you know, when you say that, Mark Maron says it best. When you say the C word on stage, it's like you're rowing on a boat to an island that no one's there. No one's going to back you up unless you have that person has to be the C word in order for you to say the C word. But she just like, I think she sneezed and he's like, shut the F up. And he just went berserk.
It was an attacking sneeze, man.
After the show, he went up to that girl and he's like, he blocked her way to the exit. She was embarrassed. She stayed for the whole show. He did like 45 minutes. Like his first 10 minutes, he called her the C word, stayed for the whole show, and then immediately rushed the stage, went to block the exit, and he went up to that girl. He's like, look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You know what? Here, why don't you and I go on a date and we can get a couple of pizzas, but I got one slice of pizza for you right now. He offered her a slice of pizza.
That's love.
After calling her the C word, and it's been stuck since without anchovies or anything like that.
Wow. Well, it's good to know that now.
But folks, make sure you check the JMO podcast after this. Listen to the whole story. So let me ask you this. So after that wonderful, crazy incident with One Slice, how did that change you?
I listen to comics now. Like when it's just they're like red flag, I listen every time now. I don't even think about it now. When you gave me the keep out serious, you know, like when you were giving me the warning signs, I have more clear headed now. So I'm not as hard headed.
How did that change you comedically wise? I'm sure something's happened because you were on a Greyhound and you were on this shitty place and you're probably questioning why you're doing comedy, you know? So how did that change you comedically?
Comedically, I mean, honestly, it just made me tough. It gave me a story to tell. It didn't scar me. It made me stronger, man. Like, because I'm willing to just in the story, in the context of the story, I don't give in to his wants, and instead of like continuing the charade of like, oh, the headliner's fine, I learned to become a man that night, and it made me stronger as a person.
I tell you what, man, if it was anybody else that was weaker or anything like that, they probably would have just folded and not do stand up ever again after that night.
It made me want to do it more.
Other people.
I co-headlined the next gig was me and Cheryl Anderson. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what have you done since then? Since the One Slice incident? You have a show, right? Planet Platoon. You want to talk about that?
Planet Platoon, dude. Hell yeah.
Hold on.
It was an anime. It was remember that Audible was actually pitching, like we had an Audible pitch. And in that, we came up with essentially the show Space Force, but in an audio soap opera. And it's just it's set in the Space Force, like if Trump were to dub himself king, it's 40 years in the future, and it's fun. That's one thing it is. It's super fun, and it was fun doing with, especially I got to do it with like my best friends. It was great.
Who did you have on it?
I had my main writers were Connor Martin, Rhoda Ramone. These are all comics that are in like my bubble. And then comedian Jason Sohm. Those are like the head writers, and myself. And then they also played the voices. They played like voices of different characters, and it starred who I think is probably, I mean, I'm never gonna tell him to his face, but like in my opinion, the funniest man alive right now. His name's Chris Teixeira. He stars. Plays a captain.
What's great about Chris's character that first of all, folks, I've listened to this twice. It's about 45 minutes long. It is the fastest 45 minutes of audio I've ever listened to, and I'm not bullshitting. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm telling you the truth. Planet Platoon is the shit. Okay, look at the cover. Look at this movie cover. I mean, how often? Who did this? Is this Andrew Croman?
Aaron Croman, who does another project that I do with Connor Martin called Scumbag Alley. Those are comic strips of just our adventures on the farm. And I told him, I was like, I need something that kind of spoofs the Star Wars, like everybody, and the giant Trump hair piece is supposed to be like the Darth Vader helmet.
Right. Well, it goes by so quick because it's not just joke. It's dude, check this out. Look at it. They already love it. The fans already love it, man. The artwork is sick. Thank you, Mickey. Appreciate that. It's a really good show. And what's great about what's Chris Teixeira's character's name?
Good God. It's not. Mike, I haven't listened. I have so many projects right now. I almost said Clint Cutwood. That's Jason Stone's character. I have Connor in the room right now. What's Chris's? Yeah, he's the other writer, and we're. You know, Mike, and you trying to put me on blast here? You like?
I'm not putting you on blast. I'm trying to make you talk about your own show. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not trying to. Anyways, the lead actor, what's his name?
No. I was just kidding. I'm literally drawing a blank here.
It's okay. It's all right. Anyways, Chris Teixeira's character is like a Lone Star from Spaceballs. He's got this wise cracking, only plays by his own rules, doesn't give a shit about who you are, and basically Chris Teixeira. And what's great about this is what's that?
Captain Landon.
Captain. Oh, how could you forget that name? What a great
Landon
name.
Richards. Captain Landon Dix.
Captain Landon Dix.
Captain Landon Richards, dude.
And he owns that. He's like, I'm Captain Landon Richards. The funny part is that's Chris Teixeira. He's not acting. He's just being himself. And really for those of you who don't know, the comedian Chris Teixeira, he's also a dairy farmer. He's been a farmer for 20 plus years, and he's just salt of the earth type person. Saul didn't even need to give him any acting tips or anything. He was like, I'm just gonna be myself and be Captain.
Guy's a great actor. He doesn't admit it, but like 10 years ago, he went to LA to legit try to be a stand-up comic and an actor, but he ended up just managing a golf shop.
Oh wow. What a huge difference.
You get lost up in the riffraff of LA.
What's that?
You get lost in the riffraff that's LA. I see a lot of people either end up like doing less comedy because of their day job just so that they could live in LA. And I'm trying to that's why I don't go out to eat. I don't do anything. The only thing I do is comedy, go to my apartment to write, and I keep my stuff very minimal so I can do comedy. There's no shoe collection. The only vice I have is weed, but that's it.
That's great, man. So what other projects do you have coming up?
I currently have a podcast that I'm working on with comedian Matt Curry. He's from the Bay Area. It's called Hot Comedy Goss. That's where we just talk about, it's comedy. We just talk shit. That's pretty much what we do. We just talk a lot of smack, and we have LA-based comics, Bay comics on it. It's currently we have an episode coming out this week that is going to be it's fun. It has Ron Vai and comedian Charles Hoffa Kelly on it.
Nice, man. Nice. So what are you going to do with Planet Platoon? What's your big vision?
Well, when you text me the other day, because I'm like, here's the thing, I hate to sound all like I'm like writing 2 different scripts it's all COVID related. It's all this COVID thing put a fire under my butt to learn how to be a better comedian or be a better writer, just really educating myself on stuff like that. So I'm like writing 2 different scripts, and then I have the problem with starting something and then not finishing it. And then I finished Planet Platoon and it didn't get picked up by Audible because I whatever. And
it happens.
Yeah. And then Space Force happened. And
yeah, but it's nothing like Space Force. That's the thing. It's nothing like it. It is so. I'm sticking by that, man. I'm going to be your hype man.
We had to rename it. We were like, because it was originally that poster said Space Force on it, and then we're like, what are we gonna call this now? And then Rhoda ended up coming up with like a really Planet Platoon. We're like, that's such a dope name.
Perfect, man.
So I hope. It was just months of writing, getting together, figuring out who's voicing what, and then like putting like pen to paper and just sharing a Google Drive account. It's like it felt awesome because I got to work with my friends, and it felt like, I mean, just creating stuff like that is fun. And it's
not work when you're creating stuff. That's for sure.
It's fun. But when you got really talented people like we're talking about Chris, the negative in that is him hiding in his room, because the talented people they like to like, I don't know.
Aren't you in his house right now?
Yeah, I'm in his house right now talking shit.
That's the deaf puppies. They'll talk shit in your house, eat your food, and ask to stay longer.
I'm about to eat their spaghetti right now. I swear to God, I am.
That's awesome, man. Well, dude, I hope big things come from Planet Platoon, because everyone here, they love the artwork. I love the artwork. I love the 45-minute episode. Your partner,
we got a SoundCloud for the whole clip. If you want to check the clip out, if you want to check the clip out, go to SoundCloud and Planet Platoon. It's on there. Check the episode out. Nice. I've already started looking at like rough drafts of episode 2, because I know that Rhoda and Jason kind of started like the blueprint of it, like where's it gonna go, and I've started looking at it and just thinking about ideas. It's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So besides Planet Platoon, what else? Any other acting stuff that you got working on, or anything else like that?
I did a fun sketch with comedian Rich Servati. He's a comedian out of San Francisco, Fremont area. He's in LA now. He's got like 2 million followers on TikTok, or he's got a lot of followers, some crazy amount of followers. And he's got this TikTok series called Night of the Living Karens, which every video has at least 1 million views.
So good.
And one of them hit 17 million views. And like, you could just see him trying to chase that. It's funny, him trying to chase the dragon of Zen, but he can't. Every video after that has been it's still great, but it's just that you see him trying to make quality content. He's like, how am I going to top myself? So it was really cool seeing that. And he was real professional. He had his shots down. It made me want to work harder. I was impressed.
Nice. Have you thought about getting on TikTok? Are you doing TikTok?
I am on TikTok. I don't really pay attention to it as much as I should. I've had maybe one video go semi-viral or whatever, not in the millions, like in the hundreds of thousands, but you gotta really be in it. I feel like if you're gonna be a TikToker, you gotta really be on it. And I don't know if I have it to just be on it like that.
I was going to do TikTok, but then it's, the whole it consumes all your information, and it just threw me off, and it was under
what doesn't though.
I know. You're right. You're 100% right. I should just jump on it.
This one's the Chinese though. Not cool.
Right. That's and then Instagram does the reels, but it's not as good as TikTok.
Nah.
Right? Not even close, huh?
It's just really hard. It's really hard. And plus, it seems easier to get followers on TikTok. Like, and just off dancing or doing something random or putting a random recording.
Oh, my kid's saying, you going to bed?
Yeah.
All right. Love you.
Good night.
Bye. I can't ignore my kid.
Of course not.
It's 10 o'clock. I can't ignore them.
One hashtag will get you viral randomly on TikTok. That doesn't happen on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah. I looked it up. Just if you really want to go viral, it's not necessarily easy, but if you really put the effort in and you study the analytics and you just like, I'm just gonna make videos of butt cheeks and put random videos, you can do that and become viral.
Watch that become viral. Watch that become huge. Butt cheeks coming huge. Big butt cheeks with Saul Trujillo and one slice.
Oh no! Don't bring him in my universe again.
Well, dude, I gotta congratulate you, man. You got married.
I did in Vegas during a pandemic.
Wow, that's love. That is love. Why don't you tell us how you met your lovely wife?
Yeah, I met her actually at a wedding. I was being a comic who didn't have. I had an MC. I MC'd a wedding for one of my high school friends. She was like, I see that you do comedy, which means you do public speaking. So I gave her like a cutthroat rate. I was maybe 6 years doing comedy. So I did it for like really cheap. And then I pretty much MC'd a Filipino wedding. It was tight.
Nice.
And she was one of my girl's coworkers. She was a coworker of my friend. And that's where I met, and I added her on Facebook. Did you go up to
her right after you crushed it too? You went right up to her, or she went up to you?
It's kind of weird saying crushed it at a wedding, but I really did crush it.
Let's be honest. You crushed it.
Perfect. I'm very jovial. I pointed people out. I did crowd work. Me and the DJ, we mended. It was her uncle, a Filipino uncle who had a really thick Filipino accent. So I kept pointing at him, doing weird shit like, "Manny, you son of a biscuit. Play it again. Play Beyonce, man." And we had that. It was fun.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. And then how was the wedding?
It was really gorgeous, man. It's really cheap to get married if you want. I think we paid like $700 total for a wedding license.
Damn.
And the chapel and the photos, and I mean, they're just giving out motel rooms, and people are it's weird because people are oddly social distancing. I thought it was going to be really awful, but nobody sanitized anything. I didn't touch anything, but
that's Vegas. Vegas is always Vegas is going to outlive COVID 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Vegas will be like, we're still standing. The whole Vegas will never die.
Yeah, everything go to else Vegas right now. Their new slogan should be, "What happens in Vegas makes you forget about COVID."
Nice.
When we were checking out, we were leaving the Excalibur, the beautiful Excalibur. Someone took a shit in the hallway. There was a giant poo in the hallway, just out as if it were ready for photography. Just me. No.
Oh.
No, there was a giant poop in the hallway. It's so funny looking at a piece of poop on some medieval carpet with just holding airport bags.
Look at Excalibur poop. Excalibur poop.
I was like, this is very authentic. They're just shitting on the ground.
I will take a dump right here with my Excalibur poop.
Excalibur, dude.
Mike Shin, Reno, comic from Reno, says Vegas clap makes you immune from COVID. Oh, that's just disgusting. But yes, we probably would.
Probably would. Your would get rid of it.
So, what was it like? You're not living in your car anymore, because
I'm living with a comic in like a condo. It's fine. I live in the living room for cheap.
Yeah. What was it like living in your car when you had to?
Whew, rough, man. Because I'm not young. I have a bad. I'm in my mid to late 30s. I've got a bad back, and it was bad. You can't lay down. Apparently, you have to lay down. You can't sleep like that. Your legs need to be apparently elevated first, and I didn't know that. So like my legs were doing a weird thing. So I upgraded to a hostel.
I can just picture. Oh!
It was so bad, dude. So bad. My morning routines were waking up in a West Hollywood park, changing my underwear and clothes in the back seat, giving myself a horse bath with wet naps, deodorant, and then just go to work, go to my coffee shop gig, and then take a nap at that park, and then go to the Comedy Store or wherever I had to go.
But it was worth it because you were going to the Comedy Store.
Yeah, man. I was never, like, the first 6 months, I don't think I was ever not within like 5 miles of the Comedy Store.
Oh, that's great. How long were you living in your car?
6 months.
Damn. 6 months.
It was okay.
No, man, that's treacherous, dude. 6 months.
Yeah.
And then now you're living in a condo. You're married. Dude, you're moving
Well,
up,
no,
man.
my lady lives with my mom in Stockton, California.
Yeah, but she's not living in a car with you. So she's
No,
already
that'd be
it's
weird.
already
That'd be
bumped
weird.
up, my friend.
Because if we did live in a car, I would say weird shit like, look, my queen. Look
You may as well get an
what we got.
RV. At that point, you might as well say you're retired and you're getting an RV and you're traveling the world right now because you're enjoying retirement.
Well, we're supposed to be moving in together in November.
What did she say about you? What did she say about you moving into your car?
I mean, she sort of supported me. I think here's the thing. She got with me when I was about 6-7 years in the pocket of finding my voice. So it was already kind of funny. God bless anybody in a relationship who's just starting out in comedy. Because I feel like those are the relationships that like break up. Because it's like you don't have the heart to tell your significant other they're not funny, and you just keep that. You know what I mean? Like I was lucky enough to already be funny.
My wife saw me bomb a couple times and she stood by me. So I know that feeling.
Oh no, yeah. She's just like, well, they suck or whatever the context of the bomb was. Or I laugh bombs off now because what are you gonna do? So it's good. She supported it because I think it was after the Amazon Prime thing and then winning the Sacramento comedy competition. She was like, yeah, go ahead. You should do this.
Nice. That's a great woman to support you during your living in your car for 6 months, man.
She's like making me responsible. She's opened up a savings account. Like, she's like, we're gonna get your credit up. I was like, I haven't had a bank account for 2 years. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, I was all I did was comedy and gamble. Like,
and the comedy is the biggest gamble already.
Yeah.
Then you top it off with gambling and then going out with one slice. It's like full circle right there, my friend. So you got any advice for young comics that want to be a comic after this COVID era?
It's going to sound extremely weird and extremely like maybe anti-mask or me want to get people sick. No excuses regardless of whether there's a pandemic. If there's stage time, go. That's just my own opinion. That's the comic, but it's stupid, but you got to go. You got to get strong even when it sucks. And right now it sucks.
I know, man. I haven't had stage time in 6 months. So, but after talking to you, man, a couple days ago, it just makes me want to, definitely get back into the grind, even if it's that. But that's why it's called the grind, because you're grinding through the suck.
Even if you're gonna go out there with gloves and you wear a mask and people are teasing you like, why are you doing? Those are your extra precautions. The fact is that you're there. You sterilize the mic. You got to cross. Make sure people stay away from you. It's the 6 feet. You could still go out. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't want to seem like, because I know people have been quarantined, making them like really not mentally all there. Some of these people during quarantine haven't left their apartment, are just like fucking going like crazy, and it kind of sucks watching some of my friends fall apart like that.
Right. Well, dude, if you can live in a car for 6 months, I think you can do comedy during COVID.
I prefer living in the car than the next step where I lived in a hostel with like prostitutes and Russians. So
like, welcome, Saul Trujillo. Which one do you want? Which one do you want?
Homophobic Russians and black male prostitutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Hold on. I have my other Grace.
I say goodbye to everybody.
I have to. It's bedtime. We're late. See, 2 kids down, going to bed. It's late. It's 10 o'clock, man.
We're gonna try to have one of them.
I can't ignore them and say I cannot not say goodnight right now. Even though we're live right now, I can't be like, leave me alone. I'm podcasting right now. Got to be a dad, man. That's what it is, dude. Can't everyone else can have social distancing. Can't have my kid social distance each other during the podcast. So that's what you're gonna look forward to, man. Being a pop.
Yeah.
You guys planning to have kids soon?
Yeah, she wants it real soon. Like
nice.
Pretty soon. Like, because we're both in our 30s, like mid 30s. So it's like she's just worried about whether she can or not.
Right. Is she giving you like the hints, like, it'd be great right now?
I kind of left the door open for her because I'm Mexican and we get people pregnant naturally. And
Dude,
she
like that.
walked through it. She was like, yeah. She was like, please
because even if she's not worried about it financially yet. So, but we'll see. I know kids cost a lot of money.
But man, you know what? You got you two, knowing you two and what you've been through from the beginning of your comedy career to the one slice Winnemucca trip to living in your car to still doing comedy, having a kid, man, it's going to add more, and it's not going to even add stress to you. I have a lot of faith in that with you guys, with you two.
It's real sweet to say, Mike. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I know you look tired, bro. I'm trying to cut it short. I'm trying to have a nice uplifting, and you're like, Mike, I'm ready to go to bed.
No. It was a sincere. Like, I really appreciate that because
man.
Like,
well, dude,
as
comics.
easy as to say, I'm gonna get my girl pregnant. It's like I'm a comic who works at a coffee shop, so it's like you always have your insecurities. It's like either stuff better pan out, or I'm heading to the cruise ships. Like right. I've already accepted that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, man. There's a lot of comics that are just negative, that they don't want you to have that family and they don't want you to be happy. That's the thing.
Yeah. There's one comic specifically, but he's my friend. He's just like, I just beg it. God damn it. Makes me so mad.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Listen to Saul. That's who you listen to. And
yeah.
And as you're married, listen to Mrs. Saul. That's who you listen to. Well, so we're at 1 hour, man. I just want to say thank you. Oh, one last thing. Dude, you got a great voice for cartoons, man. Have you ever thought about doing cartoon voiceover acting?
That's written down in a new notebook that I bought as far as things to do as an acting reel and a voice for it.
You need to, man.
Yeah.
You got any characters you can spit off right now?
It's just vague, high-pitched idiots. So if you need a vague protagonist who's childlike, I'm your guy. Just use this. I'll SpongeBob SquarePants it, because that guy sounds exactly like SpongeBob SquarePants. He just. My roommate was telling me that he drove for Uber. He was like, the guy who plays SpongeBob SquarePants, it's his regular voice, and it's weird hearing SpongeBob SquarePants talk in a business meeting.
Oh, that's so funny. It's so funny. It's true, man. That's your natural voice, bro. It's perfect for commercials. It's perfect for cartoons, man. You definitely need to do it. You should definitely look into that. And I want to hear more about Planet Platoon.
Yeah.
So, one last thing. Anybody have any comments? What's up?
Are we doing Nick's Fury though? Or did you already? Oh, I was so excited about that.
I did. We just I played Hank Hill's response from Nick Fury's.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought we were going to instigate back and forth, but you know what, dude? That's fine. I appreciate it. No, I don't even know how to do Hank Hill.
No, I'm saying you can. I thought you were just going to talk smack about it.
No, I like it. I like your Nick Nolte. It's so funny.
Well, you know what's great about Nick Nolte? He's the real deal. He's the truth. He speaks it from the heart and doesn't care about what anybody thinks.
Every time you do it, I imagine him with a whiskey glass.
Right.
No shirt on. Saul Trujillo lives in a car for 6 months. I don't give a damn. I was in Saigon. That's where I was at.
You're the guy who kept waking me up when I was trying to sleep in a park, because that's what would wake me up.
Oh, that must have been scary. All right, so we're gonna get going. Before we go, anybody have any comments, any questions, concerns? Anyone right now? I know Saul, dude, thank you for this time. I know you traveled very far and you got here just in time to do this. So thank you, Saul. Please keep us posted.
Apologies for the mic, buddy. I love you.
Dude, keep us posted with everything. And hold on, man. I got a prayer for you. This is a prayer that I'm going to start doing at every single podcast episode. Here we go.
And now, a prayer from Sam Elliott.
Dear Heavenly Father, give me the strength, for I don't have any patience for stupidity anymore. Everywhere I go, I see someone doing something stupid. I just want to smack them across the head, but I can't, dear Father, for you are the dude of this universe. Dear Lord, we're in a pandemic and I'm starting to lose my cool. All I want to do is sit in my leather chair, smoke a Marlboro Red, and drink a beer. Coors, America's beer. Lone Star Barbecue. Amen.
Well, that's our prayer for the evening. A new closer for the prayer. So, I bless you with Sam Elliott's prayer, and make sure you get through this pandemic and become very successful after this. And I will talk to you soon, my friend. And everyone that's been watching.
Can I plug something?
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I just picked it up last minute this morning. I'm featuring for Mikey Winfield at Laughs Unlimited they're doing a silent disco. So 8:30 shows Friday and Saturday.
When this weekend?
This weekend. I'm featuring for
Nice.
Mikey Winfield. Yeah.
That's excellent. Well, crush it as always. And everyone,
Thank
you
you.
have a wonderful night and take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Me, myself, and I.
One more time, Saul will be
It's me,
performing at Laughs
myself,
Unlimited this
and I.
weekend. Make sure you check him out. He'll be featuring for Mikey Winfield.
Me, myself, and I.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
It's me, myself, and I.